What are we going to cover in today's webinar? The aim is to provide a reminder of the basics. It's no point diving straight into the detail. We need to have a reminder of what we're dealing with and then look at some of the problem areas that I've come across in practice. And then briefly at the end of the webinar, consider any future changes that Welsh Government are actually consulting on at the moment and things that they may look to change in the future based on what's maybe happening in Westminster with stamp duty land tax. WRA also they look at the guidance or treatment by local authorities and others. So are there ability to pay non-domestic rates on a property? And does the property qualify for the various farming subsidy schemes, which would suggest non-commercial and mixed use? They'll also look at planning consents for the use of the property. So is there planning permission for commercial use? And then the use at the time of completion is key. There's no relevance as to what the purchaser is going to use the property for. So the fact the purchaser may want to use the property for commercial purposes and run a B&B or other use is irrelevant. Its use at the time of completion is key to mixed use claims. This is just a slide showing the available reliefs. There are others which I haven't listed, but these are the main reliefs that I come across in practice and therefore we need to be aware of. I'm not going to go into these reliefs in detail at all. It's just here so that you're aware of them and will know that these reliefs exist. I think the main reliefs I've used are subsales, which is when you're flipping on properties, company groups, charities, and corporate organizations and sale and leasebacks. The reliefs for partnerships are particularly complicated. So if you're dealing with the incorporation of partnership, there are reliefs available to limit the amount of LTT payable, but that is kind of particularly complicated.